Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Police in Barberville arrested 5 people at a home in the Gray community of Knox County after getting tips about possible stolen guns and drug trafficking. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks to Barberville police about what all they found.
Police take to the front line every day, especially on mornings like Wednesday, following up on leads.
Honestly, you never know what to really expect whenever you're going into a home or going to talk to people about stolen firearms.
Officer Carl Middleton says it's important to keep on your toes, especially when coming up to a home like the one they encountered on Emmanuel Hollow Road.
When we first pulled up to the residence, there was Michael Buchanan standing on the front porch.
And police say that is when Buchanan ran inside the house and Betsy Cecil and Jimmy Davis ran outside. However, officers say Michael Buchanan let the officers look for 2 stolen guns, which they found. And as the search mounted, so did the trove of evidence found inside the home.
We also found marijuana, Suboxone, and an assortment of different pills.
They arrested Buchanan, Cody Abner, Davis, Cecil, and April Collins. William Roach, who lives nearby, says he is thankful for any dent this case put in the drug crisis they have flooding their streets.
Any drugs or any drug dealers that we can get off the street so that our younger generation is not exposed to those drugs is a good thing.
All 5 were charged with engaging in organized crime, among several other charges. In Knox County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
And we asked all 5 people charged for an interview, and they did not want to comment. They're all being held at the Knox County Detention Center. We could learn more about a Bell County attempted murder case next week. George Fisher's preliminary hearing is set for the 11th. On Tuesday, police say Fisher tried to shoot his ex-wife and another man. Investigators wrote in the arrest citation, both the woman and man somehow dodged the bullet. Fisher faces 2 counts of attempted murder, among other charges. He pleaded not guilty yesterday. An early morning crash sent 2 people to the hospital in Perry County. Here's a look from Highway 15 near the Wendell Ford Airport. Firefighters say a car and a coal truck were involved in that crash. There's no word yet on what led to the wreck. The road was down to 1 lane as crews cleared it, but it's back open now. A Laurel County woman is accused of trying to cash a check from someone who died in 2016. Deputies arrested Patricia Nolan. They say a bank called them about a $250 check allegedly written by the dead person. When they talked to Nolan, she told them the check was for a washing machine she sold at a yard sale. Deputies are not buying that, though. Nolan is charged with criminal possession of a forged instrument.
Showers and storms continuing to track over our areas. Some of those starting to bring some flooding into some areas. You'll notice we actually have this flash flood warning that was just issued mainly for Rockcastle County. You can see all of Rockcastle County in that, and this is just showing a loop of that shower and storm that's been in Rockcastle County for the last hour. Really hasn't moved all that much. That's why there's that flash flood warning till about 8:45 tonight. Laurel County is also in that a little bit, along with Jackson County and a sliver of Pulaski County, but really it's just the area of Rockcastle County, Mount Vernon especially, as you guys are getting just a very, very heavy downpour. And as we go ahead and take a look at the bigger picture, we actually just got a flash flood warning. Now that is for Letcher County, Floyd County, and Pike County. You can see that popping up just now on the screen. You could see it flashing. That one is until 8:30 as well. You could see over the past hour that storm over there really hasn't moved all that much. Also keeping an eye on Wayne County. Those showers are starting to move out of there just a little bit, but we do have an aerial flood advisory until about 7:45 for that area. So we'll keep an eye on that one here in the next couple of hours or so. Temperatures are a little bit on the cooler side now that those showers are moving in. Those showers continue as we head especially to the overnight hours into your Friday. We're actually going to see these become more widespread. So we'll talk about that flood threat coming up in just a few short minutes, Steve.
All right, keep an eye on those flood-prone areas tonight. Paige, thank you. The search is back on today for a missing man in Nicholas County. Rain forced crews to suspend the search for 62-year-old James Jolly. He went missing while canoeing on the Licking River Monday. At this point, crews say this is a recovery mission. They say it comes as a surprise as Jolly is considered an experienced fisherman who has fished on the Licking River for years. A group from Ohio is assisting in the search by using sonar. It is a hot topic across the Commonwealth, broadband access, especially in rural Kentucky. Today, business leaders and workers came together to talk about the strides being made in eastern Kentucky. WYMT's Will Puckett has more.
For workers like Yvette Shepard, jumping into the job field was almost a no-brainer.
I can go now from home, work in my pajamas, go from one room to the other. Good to go. I love it.
Shepard worked her fair share of state jobs for a living, but heard about Kelly Connect and the money to be made there and made the decision to switch.
It's so much more money working from home, and you don't have to worry about being on the road.
The focus is highlighting how far Kentucky Wired and broadband is coming in eastern Kentucky and using it to fill those seats with the mountain's finest.
The sky's the limit in terms of the hundreds and thousands of jobs that can be done remotely from within eastern Kentucky if broadband is at a state where people are able to do that work.
For Shepard, that was an original worry. But where she is at in Knott County, it is virtually no problem.
We just had to have like a 10 download, 5 upload, which has not been bad at all.
While it has not been a problem, Shepard says more variety would be better.
We need a little bit more help.
And that's where Thursday's gathering comes in, talking about the work going on in eastern Kentucky and why expansion of broadband is vital to keeping talent close to home.
There are jobs available all day, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year in the remote marketplace if you have the skills to do them.
Skills and connectivity to keep Appalachia moving forward. In Hazard, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials with SOAR and EKSEP still have faith that Kentucky Wired will be completed, opening up key avenues to connectivity here in the mountains. Kentucky's Lieutenant Governor is indicating she will defy a decision by Governor Matt Bevin's administration to dismiss her Deputy Chief of Staff. In an email, Lieutenant Governor Janine Hampton said her ousted aide, Adrian Southworth, will continue to assist her. Hampton said Southworth will track her working hours until she's officially reinstated so she can receive back pay. Governor Bevin says he had no involvement in Southworth's dismissal. The issue erupted last week when Hampton sent a tweet asking for prayers in her fight against dark forces following Southworth's dismissal. Bevin, who is seeking re-election this year, dropped Hampton from his ticket. A former Kentucky band director is facing several sex charges this afternoon. Jordan Pevler worked for Hopkinsville High School. He was arrested yesterday. Investigators say he gave marijuana to a 16-year-old in 2017. They also say Pevler asked the teenager to perform a sex act. He's charged with third-degree rape, third-degree sodomy, and unlawful transaction with a minor. Administrators with Christian County Public Schools say he is no longer working for the district. The busy summer travel season is here and many drivers are facing higher prices at the gas pump. The cost of fuel spiked across the country during the Memorial Day weekend. Right now, the national average for regular unleaded is about $2.80 a gallon. AAA expects prices at the pump to drop by at least 10 cents in the coming weeks as many drivers hit the road for summer vacations. Now, the average here in Kentucky is about $2.59. That is about 6 cents cheaper than around Memorial Day. We've mapped out what you can expect here in eastern Kentucky, and you'll notice east of I-75, gas is higher than the rest of the mountains. You will find the lowest average in the state in Laurel County, where gas is about $2.39 a gallon. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Thursdays on the Triangle begins in downtown Hazard. It's an open space for local artists, musicians, and vendors from the community to promote their businesses along with the enjoyment of food, art, and music from the mountains.
This is a platform for engaging with local businesses, and if we're going to support local business, build up the tax base to be able to do things in the public sector, one of the things that we need to do is support our local businesses.
Now, this is important for tonight. Thursdays on the Triangle will not be held at that location you see there. It's going to be held at the picnic shelter next to City Hall due to the threat of rain. Probably a good decision.
Yep, and we are seeing those showers and storms popping up across the area, slowly moving into the mountains, and that's why we have a couple of flash flood warnings popping up across our area. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
Plus, the government is giving phone companies more power to block robocalls. We'll give you a look at the technology.